Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to 5BB YouTube channel. My name is Dian Saputra. I am from English Department Major, State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. The Honorable Mr. Willy Ardiansyah as our lecturer of Research Methodology course and all of my beloved friends. In this video, I will share you about observation. What is the observation? The advantage of observation, limitation of observation, and etc. What is observation? Observation is the active acquisition of information from primary source. In living beings, observation employs the sense. In science, observation can also involve perceptions and recording of data via the use of scientific instruments. The term may also refer to any data collected during the scientific activity. Observation can be qualitative, that is only absence or presence of a property is noted, or second is quantitative, if a numerical value is attached to the observed phenomenon by counting or measuring. This is the advantage of observation. The first is simplest method. Observation is probably the most common and simplest method of data collection. It does not require much technical knowledge, although scientific control observation requires some technical skill of researcher. Still, it is easier than other methods. Everybody in this world observes many things in their daily life. A little training can make a person perfect to observe his surroundings. The second is useful for framing hypotheses. Observation is one of the main ways of formulating hypotheses. By observing a phenomenon continuously, the researcher may get well acquainted with the observed. He came to know about their habits, like, dislikes, problems, perceptions, different activities, and so many other things. All this helped him a lot to form a hypothesis on them. Any researcher, therefore, has to be a good observer. Number 3 is greater accuracy. In other methods like interview, questionnaire, and etc., the researcher has to depend on information provided by the respondent. So, these are indirect methods, and here the investigator does not have any means to examine the accuracy of the data supplied by them. But in observation, the observer can directly check the accuracy from the observed. He can apply various devices to test the reliability of their behavior. So, very often, the data collected through observation is more reliable than is collected through interview questionnaire. Number 4 is an universal method. Observation is a common method used in all science, whether physical or social. So it has greater universality practice. As a common method, it is very easily followed and accepted. Number 5 is observation is the only appropriate tool for certain cases. Observation can deal with phenomena which are not capable of giving verbal information about their behavior, feeling, and activities simply for the reason that they cannot speak. Example, infants or animals. Number 6 is independent of people's willingness to report. Observation does not require the willingness of the people to provide various information about them. Often some respondents do not like to speak about themselves to an outsider, Some people do not have time or require skill to provide important information to the researcher, although observation cannot always overcome such problem. Still, relatively speaking, it requires less active cooperation and willingness of respondents. Observation is never possible without the knowledge of respondents. So that is the advantage to observation. Next, this is the limitation of observation. The first is some of the occurrences may not be open to observation. There are many personal behavior or secret activities which are not open for observation. For example, a couple will allow the researcher to observe their sexual activities. In most of the cases, people do not allow the outsider to study their activities. Number second is not all occurrences open to observation can be observed when observer is at hand. Such problem arise because the uncertainty of the event. Many social events are very much uncertain in nature. It is a difficult task on the part of the researcher to determine their time and place. The event may take place in the absence of the observer. On the other hand, it may not occur in the constant presence of the observer. For example, quarrel and fight between two individuals or groups is never certain. Nobody knows when such an event will take place. Number 3 is not all occurrences lend themselves to observational study. Most of the social phenomenon is abstract in nature. For example, love, affection, feeling, and emotion of parents towards their children are not open to our sense and also cannot be quantified by observational techniques. The researcher may employ other methods like case study, interview, and etc. to study such phenomena. Number 4 is lack of reliability, because social phenomena cannot be controlled or used for laboratory experiments. Generalizations made by observation methods are not very reliable. The relativeness of the social phenomena and the personal bias of the observer again create difficulty for making valid generalization in observation. P.V. Young remarks that in observations, no attempt is made to use instrument of precision check the accuracy of the phenomenon. Number 5 is faulty perception. Observation is a highly technical job. One is never sure that what he is observing is the same as it appears to his eyes. Two persons may judge the same phenomena differently. One person may find something meaningful and useful from a situation, but the other may find nothing from it. Only those observers who are having the technical knowledge about the observation can make scientific observation. Number 6 is personal bias of the observer. Personal view or looking at things in a particular way often creates obstacle for making valid generalization. The observer may have his own idea or right and wrong, or may have different preconceptions regarding an event, which kills the objectivity in social research. 7 is slow investigation. Observation is a time-taking process. Young rightly remarks that valid observation cannot be hurried. We cannot complete our investigation in a short period through observation. It sometimes reduces the interest of both observer and observed continue the observation process. Number 8 is expensive. Observation is a costly affair. It requires high costs, plenty of time, and hard effort. Observation involves traveling, staying at the place of phenomena, and purchasing of sophisticated equipment. Because of this, it is called as one of the most expensive methods of data collection. Number 9 is inadequate method. According to P.V. Young, the full answer cannot be collected by observation alone. Therefore, many suggested that observation must be supplemented by other methods also. Number 10, difficulty in checking validity. Checking validity of observation is always difficult. Many of the phenomena of observation cannot be provided with sufficient precision and does not help in drawing a valid generalization. The lack of competence of the observer may hamper validity and reliability of observation. So that is the limitation of observation. Next, this is the problem with observation. The first is difficulties interpreting the meaning underlying the observation. Second is observers must decide which people to observe, choose time periods, territory, and events. And the third is failure to attend to these sampling issues can result in a biased sample of data. After problems with observation, this is the observation protocol. The first observation protocol is a decision needs to made on what to observe. For example, observe how managers and employees interact in the office. The second example is observe who was lunch with whom. Do manager and non-manager eat together? Do executives have a private lunch area? This is the example of the decision need to make on what to observe. The second observation protocol is doing observation is how you present might affect the performance of the group being observed. In some cases, you can practice what is called participant observation, in which you blend in with the participants and observe. If this is not possible, then this should be discussed in your data collection section of the report. Okay, thank you for your attention. That is my presentation. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.